Hey guys, Nate Wants to Battle here with another Wi-Fi battle. This time we are watching a battle where I fought a viewer that goes by the name of Jacob. This was a really fun battle. It was a little bit on the longer side, but it was cool because I got to test out a couple new Pokemon. In the last one, there were a couple on my team that I didn't really get to use. So at this point, you get to see the wrath of two of what are now two of my favorite to use. So as you can see, he's running a T-Tar, Medicham, which is his Mega, Starmie, Diggersby, Vespiquen, which was really interesting. I don't see people running Vespiquen. It actually worked out pretty decently. And a Klefki, and I'm also running Klefki. I've got Eelektross, Caesar, which is my Mega, Azumarill, Whimsicott, and my beautiful Metagross, which you will see in a little bit. So let's go ahead and get this started. So this was after, like I said, I had actually gotten a good box of competitive viable Pokemon to use, but like I said, the last one I didn't get to use all of them, but this was a lot of fun. So I was like, let's lead off with Eelektross, Edward Eelric. This beautiful thing, which is awesome because it has no weaknesses and it's not used enough to where, well, a big reason I like it is because it's not used enough to where people see it and be like, okay, this is obviously this. There's a few things you can run and they're all equally good, and it's one of those Pokemon you can send out and people don't exactly know how to approach it. So every time I do work with this, it's only because it's like, well, what could that thing possibly be packing? So as you saw, I had the Flamethrower and the Thunderbolt, and it took out that dual screen lead with just two beautiful hits, and as bulky as Klefki is, I think that's pretty damn impressive. Sends out the Vespiquen. I go for the Thunderbolt because I know the stab and super effective will be better than just the Flamethrower. I believe the Eelektross is expert belted, so super effective is better. Gets that defend order, and the dual screens are up. So this thing barely hangs on, which I'm like, ah, great. And Vespiquen goes for the roost, gets that health back, so we've got a really bulky, really recovery, really, oh my god, kill me Pokemon here. So I'm like, alright, that's actually pretty viable for Vespiquen. So I'm like, let me go for the Thunder Wave. If I can get a paralysis and slow it down, that might help. Gets another defend order. So we've got two defend orders and a dual screen up right now. So this thing is not touchable, but I do have the paralysis on my side. So I'm like, maybe that can work out for me. So I'm like, let me just see what I can do with this. Hits me with the Infestation, which is going to gradually be annoying. Basically poison with no status, which is fantastic. So Infestation hits me, and it's like, that's annoying. Hit it with another Thunderbolt, barely hangs on again, but it is paralyzed. So I'm like, yes, that is what I wanted. I really like running Thunder Wave on this thing, even though I do have two electric attacks. I think it works out for me if I'm trying to get a little bit of an edge in with speed. Hit it with one more Thunderbolt, down goes the Vespiquen. I don't even think that really took too long considering how just untouchable that thing was. Reflect wears off, which is nice. Sends out Lopunny, which is his Diggersby, which is hilarious because it's a female. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep it in. Edward Eelric, you did a ton of work. You were my lead, and you took out 2 out of 6. So you go ahead, you take that hit, and you just rest up for the rest of the thing. Send out Juvia, the lovely lady Juvia, my Azumarill, withdraws, which I should have seen coming. Sends out Cosmos, the Starmie, but I didn't really predict the switch, so I went for the Aqua Jet. Does a surprising amount of damage considering it's not very effective just because Juvia is pure power. So I didn't want to be locked into an Aqua Jet against a Starmie, so I switched it out to Harenar, the shiny Metagross. Look how beautiful that thing is. Look at that. Look at that. Hits me with a Thunderbolt because I figured, I'm pretty sure this is the only thing that could really take a Thunderbolt or take a hit from a Starmie right now. And not exactly sure what I was thinking here, but I switch again, switch it into Lucy because I kind of forgot that I had Klefki on my team. It's the only thing that could really take a hit, and I more or less have this thing as a suicide. Gets the crit, which is like, okay, but I see it loses HP, so I know that thing's Orbid. Sends out Diggersby, though, again. And there, that beautiful thing is. I'm like, let me set up some screens, let me up some defense, see if I can get this going. And I'm like, okay, I have Prankster, but he's got that stab quick attack, which is a load of crap, load of crap, load of crap, hashtag load of crap, quick a crap. Out comes Rainer once again, Harena, beautiful, shiny Metagross. So, he's like, hey, I ain't taking none of that. Switches out Diggersby into Oscar, the T-Tar. This is where it gets beautiful, because I'm like, you know what? Either way, I think this is a safe thing to go with. Hits it with the hammer arm, and boom! Boom! Cannot take the hit. Cannot withstand the armored beauty of Raynor. Goes down. T-Tar goes down 1 hit. I'm like, all right, Raynor, you did a good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Hashtag good job. Too many hashtags. Out comes Diggersby once again, and I'm like, you know what, Raynor? I didn't really expect much out of you out of this battle, so there you go. You can go ahead and take the hit. You took out that T-Tar. That was going to be a potential threat. So down goes Raynor. Out comes Juvia once again. So this time I was a little bit smarter. I assumed he was going to switch, and I'm like, all right, I know he's going to switch back into Starmie. That thing's weakened, and I don't think it can take a play rough from Juvia. Boom! Does work. Lady of Rain, drip, drop, drip, doing work. So down goes Starmie. Hit with the Sandstorm, not too big of a deal at this point. The light screen wears off, which is always a beautiful thing. Out comes Diggersby once again. What did I do here at this point? Hits me with the return. Nothing can take that return. That, oh God, that is so broken. Well, it's not broken, it's just overwhelming. Now, 100% Cotton, 1000% Wrath, my first time using Whimsicott, and I gotta say, this is where it gets awesome. So out comes Whimsicott, hit it with the Substitute, that's what it's good for. Substitute faded, which I assumed it would. Sorry, can't talk. Sandstorm subsides, Omnom on some leftovers. This thing does so much work, and I could not be happier with it. This has become one of my favorite things to use. Hit it with the Stun Spore. I'm like, all right, let me just risk it. Let me at least get it paralyzed before it kills me. Paralyzed, can't move, and this is where some of the hacks start, and I'm very sorry, but hey, that's what it's for. So, Whimsicott, Omnom and on some more leftovers. Send out another Substitute, which is beautiful. I'm going to take a drink of water. Hits me with the return. I'm like, all right, no paralysis, but he is paralyzed, so maybe that'll work out for me in the future. Substitute fades. I'm nomming on some more leftovers, as usual, just getting that health right back up there, doing work, doing big things. Send out another Substitute. Just like, well, I got a Diggersby paralyzed. Let me see if I can just write it out. Paralyzed again. Can't move. Not from the Stun Spore, but just out of sheer fear of the face of No Mercy, the murder face of cotton puffball destruction and murder fluff. So yeah. Seed it. Got the Leech Seed, got the Paralyzed. Paralyzed again! I'm like, okay, at this point, I feel bad. I feel bad. If I were paralyzed this much, I would rage quit in a second. But he's paralyzed. Seeded. Substitute is out. And I'm like, alright, I got this. This Diggersby will be no more. Diggersby no more. Hit it with the Giga Drain. Haru! So much pain, so much wrath, so much fury, so much absorption. And we are back up. And once again, paralyzed. I'm like, oh my god, that's like 3 or 4 turns of paralysis. I am so sorry, but I'm not. I'm having such a wonderful day here. So he knows that Diggersby does not have another turn left, so he sends it in to Prince Ali, his Medicham looking booby leg, and it's a horrible thing, actually. Hit it with the Giga Drain does a lot more than I thought it would, but still, that Giga Drain is a threat, and I love running Giga Drain on this Whimsicott. It does so much work for me. Now, this is his Mega. He goes from Mega Medicham, which I don't see very often, mainly because, in my opinion, I just think it looks stupid. I think it's silly. But I hit it with the Stun Spore, and this Stun Spore actually really balances out how many paralysis turns I got on that Diggersby, because this thing does not give a crap that it's paralyzed. This thing is limber, this thing is Yoga Cham, and it is stretched out, it is good to go. It's like paralysis, I don't need any of that. Hits me with another Bullet Punch, and this goes on for a few turns. I'm like, let me ride this out, let me see how many Substitutes I can get. I've got an almost dead Diggersby that's paralyzed. I got a Mega Medicham that's paralyzed. Whimsicott's already done a lot of work, so let me just sub this out. Let me write it out. Let me see how long I can make this last for. Excuse me. Hits me with another Bullet Punch. Again, this thing is good to go. It's just ready to Bullet Punch my butthole out. So, Substitute fades. Hit up some more leftovers, regain a little more HP, which he's doing his job, and he's doing a surprise. He's staying in there a lot longer than I thought he would against this thing. Put in another Substitute, and now he's actually paralyzed. This is the only turn of paralysis I actually get, so I'm like, oh my god, this turn may have just done wonders for my life. So, withdraws the Medicham, and switches back in to Lopunny, his Diggersby, and I'm like, oh, It's happening. It's happening. The pain of Diggersby, the power, the huge power, the murder hands are going to be taken down by the face of adorable No Mercy. 100% Cotton, 1000% Wrath. He is just taking prisoners, sparing no lives, doing work. He seeded, which I was trying to seed the Medicham, but hey, seeded Diggersby, so I can't help. Hits me with the return, I'm like, that's cute, because I am about to hop in on this Giga Drain. Humminy, numminy, numminy, and down goes Diggersby at the hands of this adorable bunny murderer. Should have named it Bunny Murderer. I might change it to that. So, I'm nomming on some leftovers. I'm feeling good. This guy is almost at 100%. Once again, all he's got left is that Medicham. So, in comes Paralyzed Medicham. There was one turn in particular that costed me my Whimsicott. I'll explain when that comes up. Hits me with another Bullet Punch. I'm like, alright, we're going to do this again. This thing does not care that it's paralyzed. Super effective. Substitute fades. So, gonna eat some more leftovers and let me try to hang in there. Let me keep walling here. And he's, again, doing a lot more work than I thought he would, which I'm very happy with. I love using this thing. It's so much fun. And it's so ragey on the other person's part. Hits me with another Bullet Punch. Again, does not care. It's paralyzed. Just breaking through it. Just good to go. It had, God, I don't even know. Whimsicott, more leftovers. Again, this turn is just over and over and over and over again. Send in another substitute. And once again, hits me with the Bullet Punch. Super effective. Substitute fades. Oh, that one was a critical hit too, which it totally needed. This is where I made a huge mistake, actually, because again, competitive, it's all about learning how things work, and I learned my lesson. I went for a substitute. Does not have enough HP left to use it to make a substitute, which I thought that if you didn't have enough HP, it would warn you up front. I was not aware that it would let you lose the turn and be like, nope, you messed up, man. But I'm like, you know what? It's in the bag. I got this. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling good. Mega Caesar comes out. Buccaneer. Mega evolves. Looking flies Hayoto. So, here's Mega Caesar. I hit it with the Bullet Punch thinking, maybe this will be enough to do it. Maybe this is it. No, or maybe a paralyzed. But no, barely hangs on. Gets the Drain Punch. Does half damage. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit of a threat. But I see how much it goes up to. I know I got the speed and priority. Hit it with one last Bullet Punch. Down goes Prince Ali. Boov legs to the floor. And that is game. So, Jacob, good game. Thanks for battling. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a quick thing I want to say for people who want to leave me critiques or little things that you may have seen that I did wrong or commentated on. I am learning. Like on the first Wi-Fi battle video, I did say, well, basically I was unaware that's like stat boosts and stat decreases change on switch out. That's something I was not aware of, like when Nappy sent out his Talonflame, which previously had 2 Swords Dances, but that resets. So again, I'm learning. I'm still getting into it, and I think I'm holding my own fairly decently. As far as how you're going to leave your comment, please don't be a dick about it. If you're going to say, I've seen a lot of comments that are like, this was painful to watch. If you're going to be an elitist bitch, please don't watch, because no one wants your negativity. No one wants that crap here. Even though there are rules and there are good and horrible ways to play, let's all just have fun. Let's all be friendly here. Don't be bitch. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to have a lot more Wi-Fi battles to come. Actually, this week I'm going to start a Let's Play with youtube.com/MorganWant on this channel. It's going to be a Pokemon game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope you have a fantastic day, week, month, or life. And as always, happy battles.